Hey there YouTube, Wrestling Optimus here, back with another unboxing video. It's been a little while, so I have a ton of figures to open up. In fact, I've decided to make this a two-part video. Today is going to be all AEW, and next time it's going to be all WWE. So without any further ado, let's get to unboxing. Okay, we have so many figures to unbox that it's kind of hard to know where to start. So I'm just randomly gonna go with Eddie Kingston because I saw him at a recent independent show along with Orange Cassidy. What's really cool about this figure is it is an Upper Deck exclusive, meaning that there are exclusive Upper Deck trading cards in here. I don't know if you can see them in the back behind Eddie there, but this is gonna be number 73 as part of Series 9. He's got that awesome shocker hand gesture, which is kind of funny. There's also another head and some extra hands. We'll take a look at those once we get the box opened up. But just so you know, Series 9 here includes Eddie, Brian Cage, who I had the option of buying at a recent toy show but passed it up, Ricky Starks, Christian Cage, Thunder Rosa, and Powerhouse Will Hobbs. We have a great action shot from All Out in Chicago. There's the fake signature. And yeah, there is Eddie Kingston, the Mad King himself. Now, as always, let's let it breathe. Alright, I think I'm gonna try opening these cards on camera here. Alright, these are pretty nice. We got the Young Bucks. We got Powerhouse Hobbs. And we got Hikaru Shida. So there you go. I do really like Hikaru Shida. The Young Bucks are pretty good if they come back. And then, of course, Powerhouse Hobbs. So we'll set those aside. I'm actually doing the stand-up tests off-screen this time. But here is Eddie Kingston. He is in his classic wife-beater tank top. I will say, first thing, he's got this, I guess it's supposed to be a gold chain with like a crucifix. I see where they were going here, but kind of a failure of design. This looks like something Mr. T would wear. It's really, really bulky. I think you can take it off. You know, it does move around here. I know it doesn't look like it. On camera, it looks like a giant beard, but I swear it is, you know, different from his actual facial hair there. Here are the shocker hands, but we also came with a set of mic holding hands and a set of closed fists. Here is the other head. It looks to just be like a scowling face, but that's good that it did come with another expression. Going back to the figure, the pants are just kind of straight black pants with some cargo pockets. We do get this awesome Griffin logo here on the back. Hopefully the camera can clear up a little there so you can see it. And then, of course, this has all the normal AEW articulations. We got the kind of nice abdomen articulation, all the leg articulations, and it did pass the stand-up test. I will say, I don't think the hair looks anything like Eddie Kingston's hair, which is pretty much not there anymore, and it's certainly not jet black. The face leaves a little bit to be desired, but I definitely do see the resemblance. So I would say, since it doesn't have any real good accessories other than this awkward chain, the hair's a little off, let's give this a 7.5 out of 10. Next up, also as part of that Series 9 with the Upper Deck trading cards, is Powerhouse Will Hobbs. Looks like we're going to get an extra set of hands and another head with this one as well. Just spinning it around. We already know who is in this line, but our picture is from Grand Slam Rampage back in 2020 in Queens, New York. And yeah, let's let him breathe and check out some more trading cards. Here is the pack of cards. Looks like this time we got Penta L0M, Big Swole, who is gone, whoops, and Sting. So I think I'm gonna get rid of the Big Swole card, but keep these two, and now I have a collection of 5. And here is the actual figure with his classic snarling look. This is from his time in Team FTW or Team Taz that has, of course, since broken up. He comes with 2 sets of closed fists, but he also comes with taped up closed fists. Here is the other head sculpt. It's just kind of a neutral face if you want to go back to his original babyface days. Since this was when he was in Team Taz, we of course have all these orange accents. It then says Powerhouse in orange right here. He does have these pretty cool Willpower boots that are white with black stripes. And then it says Hobbs right here on the back. The tattoo work is pretty good. I'm not 100% sure how accurate that is, but usually the tattoos are accurate on these AEW figures. I'm not sure if I said it, but I did the stand-up test off screen, and he passed with flying colors, as most AEW figures do. Just like the last one, it's hurt by a lack of accessories, but otherwise I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10. Mostly because the hair and the face look a lot more similar to Will Hobbs than the Eddie Kingston figure did. Next up is a figure that is going to help me increase my AEW women's roster. It is the current women's champion, Thunder Rosa. However, she of course is injured right now, so Toni Storm is the interim champ. But this is a really cool figure. I already like the head sculpt and whatever this costume is. Just like the last 2 figures, this is part of Series 9. I did recently get an awesome Christian Cage, so I'm not going to be getting that. Like I said earlier, I passed up on Brian Cage. I do plan on getting Ricky Starks, but I haven't found him yet. Thunder Rosa's picture is from All Out 2020 in Jacksonville, Florida. Spin this back around, and it is time to let Thunder Rosa breathe. Here she is from the graveyards of Tijuana. It looks like we also get closed fists, as well as Mike holding open fists. But we don't get an extra head on this one, and even though it's also part of Series 9, we didn't get any trading cards. But she does have a really great outfit. We'll start with this headpiece. I've never really seen anything like it. It does just kind of clip onto the top of her head. By the way, she did pass the stand test, but like with most women AEW figures, it was a little harder for her to stand than the men. Anyway, here's a nice up-close, clear picture of the headdress. It does have a skull and then a couple of roses, for, of course, Thunder Rosa. And if we bring the figure a little bit closer, you'll also see that on her knee pad there is a rose. There are little lightning bolt symbols on her boots, which are gold. And hopefully the picture clears up a little here so you can actually see that wonderful tattoo. There we go. Spinning her around a little bit more. We see the really good design on the jacket here with those kind of cowboy tassels. There we go. La Mera Mera. I'm really liking the detail on the hair as well. And then, of course, we have this great design on her chest and the Thunder Rosa Sugar Skull makeup. That looks absolutely beautiful. The face does look like her, so despite the lack of accessories, I'm gonna give this one an 8.5 because I think that the details are really, really good. This jacket is really cool, and so is the little tiara. Next up, we have another woman. This is Jade Cargill, and as you can see by the silver instead of gold, this is part of the Unmatched collection instead of the Unrivaled collection. This is Series 4 of that Unmatched, and she is number 28. We'll spin this around and see what else this collection has to offer. We have CM Punk. Whoops, he's likely gone. Hangman Adam Page. Cody Rhodes, whoops, he's gone. Jade here, MJF, and then Corazon de Leon, Chris Jericho from his time as the Spanish version of Lionheart in Mexico. The picture back here is from AEW Rampage on August 20th, 2021 in Chicago. We'll continue spinning this around. It looks like we still only get one head sculpt, no accessories, no trading cards, and just one set of hands. That is going to dock the score a little bit, but otherwise, let's let it breathe. Wow, forget what I said about women's figures in AEW. This one stood up just fine right away. Like I said, all we got as accessories is a pair of closed fists, but the figure itself looks great. Usually the six-pack abs on people who don't have them kind of bothers me, but Jade Cargill definitely does have six-pack abs, so this works really well. The face sculpt does look really good, and this is back when she had white hair. Coming down here to the knee pads, and we have that Jade Cargill logo with the lightning bolt, kind of looks like Zeus. That logo is also here on the side of the boots. Everything is gold and black, so it's not that classic Storm look that she goes for a lot of times. And I am a little bit disappointed just because she is known to do cosplay, including with her ring gear, and they just kind of gave us a really basic trunks and top look. But the likeness is good, the detail on the knee pads is good, so I'm gonna end up giving this a 7 out of 10 just because it's really lacking in a lot of other areas, but it is still a really good figure that looks just like Jade Cargill. We have yet another woman today. This is Chris Statlander, the galaxy's favorite alien. I do actually already own a Chris Statlander figure, however it is signed, and Jen bought it for $100, so this is the one I get to take out of the packaging and actually play with. It is number 68 as part of Series 8. Let's spin it around. And we see that this is part of a series with Chris Jericho, Jon Moxley, the best friends Trent and Chuck Taylor, as well as Orange Cassidy. The picture is from the April 14th, 2021 episode of Dynamite, which was filmed in Jacksonville, Florida. I do like with her signature that it has a little Saturn on it. That's cute. She is, of course, billed from the Andromeda Galaxy, and I think it's time to let it breathe. Here she is. It's so nice to be able to actually play with the figure out of the box. I will say it's a little disappointing yet again because there were no accessories. We didn't even get an extra set of hands in this one. But whatever, I digress. Look at that incredible face paint. This is almost as good as the Thunder Rosa Sugar Skull face paint. There's also a lot going on this top. It's the KS logo. She's then got some trunks on and some really cool kind of sparkly boots. Hopefully the camera can pick up on that a little bit. There we go. She has these cool straps that kind of make this diamond pattern down her leg. Spinning her around, she does have the knee brace. This is from when she had been coming back from a knee surgery. She is currently rehabbing yet another knee injury. Let's take a look at this awesome kind of galactic, I guess, tattoo work going on the shoulder here. Yet again, we're waiting on the camera to show. There we go. Really, really nice detailing. And I love the pink and blue in the hair, which the hair is great on these figures, even though it might kind of be the same as the Thunder Rosa figure, just with that stripe painted in. But yeah, it's a really good figure for what it is. I just wish that it came with some accessories, maybe an extra head, maybe some extra hands, something like that. Although, to be fair, I'm not sure what you would give Chris Statlander. What would her accessories even be? But yeah, because of the lack of accessories, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. And you can't have Chris Statlander without her buddy from the Best Friends, Trent. This was from before he won the lawsuit with WWE and got the Beretta back. So he was just using a question mark. Spinning it around, we see it is part of that same series that Chris Statlander was just in. But his picture is from Dynamite on August 5th, 2020. Looks like he was taking on Santana at the time, so it was probably a tag team match with Santana and Ortiz. They did have a pretty good rivalry going with Proud and Powerful at one point. No accessories again, but the clothes do look good, so let's let it breathe. Here he is out of the box. He passed the stand-up test just fine. Bringing him a little bit closer to the camera, you see he does have the Trent question mark logo on his jacket pocket there. He's also got these cool designs, including what appears to be a target and some guy's face on his trunks, spinning him around. We got the big question mark. Is he Trent? We'll keep going here, and yeah, the jacket does come off, but I'm not gonna lie, I hate putting these things on and off, so I'm just gonna leave it on for now. We're gonna judge the head sculpt, and it does look a lot like Trent. I'm liking that facial hair. This is when he had the long hair coming out of the bandana. I forget exactly what his hair looks like right this moment, because he usually does have it up, but yeah, pretty good likeness. I'm liking the leather jacket, I'm liking the gear. We're going to go with a 7.5 out of 10 on this one. Again, it looks just like him, but lack of accessories, etc., etc. And if you're going to have Trent and Chris Statlander and Orange Cassidy, to be fair, you might as well get Chuck Taylor. He is number 66 of Series 8. We'll spin it around. It looks like his picture is going to be from Double or Nothing 2019. When it appears they were taking on Angelico and probably Jack Evans, the hybrid, too. I will say I'm already a little bit disappointed with this face sculpt, but let's let it breathe and find out. Per usual, passes the stand test just fine, but no accessories. I really don't know when they stopped including accessories in the Unrivaled figures, but it's really getting disappointing. Either way, he's got a vest instead of a jacket like his buddy Trent. He's got some cool armbands. This is the classic one-stripe tights that he wears, and it says the Kentucky Gentleman on the back. Doesn't really have any tattoos, but now let's talk about the elephant in the room. That frankly looks more like JBL than it does Chuck Taylor. Not really sure what they were going with. If you're gonna have a goofy expression, at least give me a more neutral expression as like a secondary head. Yeah, not really liking that face sculpt. I think that's gonna dock it down a little bit. In addition to being plain and having no accessories, I'm gonna go all the way down to a 5.5 out of 10, which may be the lowest score I've ever given an AEW figure. Step up your game, guys. Here we have the last women's wrestler of the day. It is Anna Jay of the Dark Order, at least when she was in the Dark Order. She is currently in the Jericho Appreciation Society as Anna JAS. The good news is not only did we get extra hands and an extra face, this is another with those Upper Deck trading cards, so I'm really excited. This is an Unmatched Series 3. She is number 21. If we spin it around to the back, her picture was from Dynamite 2020 in Jacksonville, Florida. Looks like she's beating up on Britt Baker, possibly putting her in the Queen Slayer. And she is part of pretty much a Dark Order collection with Mr. Brody Lee, Stu Grayson, Evil Uno, John Silver, and herself. I am disappointed that it didn't include Alex Reynolds, although I understand why it didn't include 5 and 10. Stu, 5, and Colt Cabana have all left, and of course Mr. Brody Lee has passed on, which means that Evil Uno and John Silver are the only two figures for active Dark Order members left. Kinda sad. They were always one of my favorite groups. And by the way, she did sign this as number 99, the number that she was given by Mr. Brody Lee before he passed away. With that said, let's let her breathe and open up those trading cards. Okay, let's open up these cards and see who we got. It looks like we got another Powerhouse Hobbs, but we also got Dax Harwood. However, the Young Bucks are also a duplicate, so only one new one in that pack. And here's the figure. It looks very, very nice. Passed the stand-up test. It is a little bit weird that we only got 3 extra hands instead of an even number. We have Mike holding open fists for the right and left hand, but we only have a right hand that is open. Meanwhile, she comes default with 2 closed fists. Here is the extra head sculpt. It just looks like it is a smiling version of the one that she comes default with. She has this cool little beauty mark under her left eye. And this is, of course, the gear that she wore when she was part of Dark Order, so it's going to have all those purple accents. The pattern on the gear is really, really cool there. It's hard to see with the hair, so I'll bend her over. Don't get any ideas, guys. And yeah, I will say this one is a lot better. It looks just like her. It did come with some extra stuff, so we're going to bump this all the way up to a 8.5 out of 10. I kind of just alluded to it, but in addition to Anna Jay, I also got Evil Uno. I did not get Stu Grayson because he is no longer with the company and I didn't think it was worth the money. What's great is he does come with some more of these Upper Deck trading cards. He is number 19 as part of that Series 3 in the Unrivaled collection, or excuse me, Unmatched collection. And his picture is next to Alex Reynolds at Dynamite, January 27th, 2021 from Jacksonville. All right, Evil Uno, let's let you breathe. Once again, we'll start with the cards. So let's open that up. And we have Nick Jackson by himself instead of with his brother. We also have The Bunny. And hey, Boom Boom Colt Cabana, who recently came back to TV. So we'll add all three of those to the collection. And here is the figure. He comes default with mic holding hands, but he also has two closed fists for the right and left hand. He has a right hand open, and he has a right hand mic holding, although I guess this is a little bit more open than the mic holding hand he's currently using. Speaking of which, I think this is my third official AEW microphone. Let's see if the camera can pick that up. There we go. You can also see the great detail work on his mask. No, it does not come off. We always want to preserve his anonymity. The top is awesome. The pants are awesome. He's got some white socks tucked into his purple accented boots. He's also got purple accents all along the back here. Very cool. I'm really liking this. He passes the stand-up test. He does come with the microphone, so that is considered an accessory. I'm gonna bump him all the way up to a 9, mostly because I like Evil Uno, but also because it's a really good figure. So there you go, a 9 out of 10. I do recommend this one. As you can see, this is Mr. Brody Lee, the late, great Mr. Brody Lee. Now, I already have the Brody Lee Unmatched ringside exclusive in memory of Brody Lee figure that comes with -1. I'm so happy that -1 gets his own figure. I believe I did talk about this in another unboxing video when I initially got it, but I decided to get the Mr. Brody Lee here by itself. I am planning on opening it here. It comes with some cool accessories. It comes with some of these Upper Deck trading cards. And although I wanted to keep it in the packaging, kind of like I do with other deceased wrestlers, that's what the other figure's for. So I'm going to open this one up. But before we do, he is number 17, part of Series 3, like we saw with the other Dark Order members. And his picture is from Saturday Night Dynamite on August 22nd, 2020. Okay, now let's officially let him breathe. Let's see who we got in our pack of cards. Open this up. Hey, look, it is Trent with a question mark. We also got Paul Turner, the referee. Hey, and Chuck Taylor. So at least we got both best friends. And all three new. I just don't know why we have a referee. Interesting. And here's the figure in the classic Dark Order pose with the hand gesture. He does come with both a stack of papers and a roll of papers, so he can whack John Silver and the other Dark Order members whenever they are out of line. It looks like the hands are designed to hold that. And he is sporting the TNT Championship that he won from Cody Rhodes. This, I believe, is the design that was retired by Tony Khan and given to -1 for life. Let's bring him a little bit closer to check out the detail work on him. I will say, I think my WWE figure from when he was in the Bludgeon Brothers with Eric Rowan has a slightly better face sculpt, but this one's not bad. Got that chest hair there, the black tank top. There's that pretty belt. Here we have Brody Lee on the side. And I think these are supposed to be numbers, like for the Dark Order members, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way through 10. Although some of these seem to be scratched out, and we never got an 11. So I'm not really sure what that is, other than just the Dark Order's obsession with numbers. This is really, really cool. I do like the detailing. I like all the accessories, including a championship belt, which is always going to get extra points with me. Still sad thinking about Brody Lee's passing. Just because of that, I'm going to bump this all the way up to a 9.5. We miss you, Brody. Last but certainly not least, we have MJF. This is actually going to be replacing the figure I currently have, which looks like this. I do think the face sculpt looks a little bit better, but we'll look at it more closely once I get it open. He is number 14 as part of Series 2 of the Unmatched collection. It does look like he's going to have a cool robe and a microphone, which would be microphone number 4. And this series comes along with Ty Conti, who I do have, Wardlow, who I also have, Sting, who I didn't buy, and a variant of Ortiz and Santana, who I believe I also did not buy. The picture is from Revolution 2020 in Chicago, which I believe was the last pay-per-view before the pandemic shut everything down. So without any further ado, let's let it breathe. Before we take a look at the figure, it does come with another microphone, which is nice. And it also comes with 2 different right hands. We have what appears to be a mic holding hand and a closed fist, but you'll notice each one has the Dynamite Diamond ring. His default hand does not. So let's pull that figure a little bit closer, take a look at it. He is in this really cool MJF Burberry themed robe. Underneath, it looks like we just have a basic set of trunks. I'm gonna take that plastic off, give me 1 second. There we go, through the power of editing, we got rid of that plastic. So you can see that he has this really cool, I think they're supposed to be lion heads logo done in red on his trunks. Nothing to write home about when it comes to the knee pads and boots. This is that hard plastic material I'm not the biggest fan of. Let's see how well it actually clasps back up. Not too bad. Pretty good for one of these. And of course, his catchphrase on the back, he is better than you, and you know it. I do really like this. It is a good upgrade to my MJF figure. That smile looks just like his current, possibly turning babyface run. So I do like that better than my current figure. I will be using this moving forward in any videos that involve MJF figures. So I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. It's really well done. And yeah, not much else to say about that. Alright, that's going to do it for today. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to do all that normal YouTube stuff. Smash the like button, share with any wrestling or action figure fans you may know, subscribe to the channel, and spread the word. You can also talk to me over on Twitter at WrestlingOptimus, or see all my best figure photography over on Instagram at WrestlingOptimus. If you haven't seen my latest video, you can check that out right here. But until next time, I've been Wrestling Optimus, and I'll catch you later.